For this lesson, I'm working with Project 0103 Import Media, and you can find that project file with the media files associated with this lesson. You can just double-click to open it up. Your projects might include video, music, voiceover, photos, graphics, and animation files. And let's import some video clips and learn about the way they're linked to your project file. I'm going into the Media Browser panel, and I'm just going to browse for our media and go into this Media Files folder. On the left, you've got all of the folders on your computer. On the right, you're seeing the contents of the folders you select. Right now, I'm here in the Media Files folder, the same one we looked at just now. If I double-click on one of these, I'm going to double-click on this clip right here, it'll open in the source monitor. And once it's here, I can press play if I want. Or I can take this blue so-called playhead and drag to a different section of the video. Notice I don't have to click on the playhead to move it. I can just click where I want it to go. I'm going to select a few of these clips. I'm just going to click on the first one up here and scroll down a bit, and I'm going to hold the Shift key down to make a list selection and get 6 clips. I'm going to right-click on any one of the selected clips and choose Import, and they'll appear in my project panel. Importing a clip creates what's called a master clip in Premiere Pro, which is really a shortcut to the media file. I'm just going to click on the background of the project panel to deselect these clips, and you can see that I'm in list view, and I've got some information about them. I've got the frame rate and so on. That's the number of frames per second for these video clips. I can also switch to the icon view by clicking this button at the bottom left-hand corner, and this is perhaps a little bit more useful. I've now got the visuals from the clips. Premiere Pro knows the location of the media files that clips link to. And if the media moves, you'll need to tell Premiere Pro where it is. Within the project file, we can organize our clips using special folders called bins. And this is a term used originally by film editors, and it stuck when editors switched to nonlinear editing. You can create a bin by clicking this button at the bottom right corner of the project panel. I'm going to call this Shots. I'm clicking away to apply the name, and if I double-click, it'll open in its own frame. You'll notice that the bin has exactly the same options that the project panel has. There's a shortcut to doing this as well. I'm going to select 3 of these clips. I'm just clicking on the first one, and I'm holding the Shift key and clicking on the last, and I'm going to drag these 3 clips onto that same new bin button. Those clips have now been put into the bin, and I'll call this one Shots 2. You can see the name is already highlighted. And if I double-click, you can see I've now got my bin called Shots 2 with those clips in it. I'll just drag this so you can see the Shots bin as well. You can even put bins in bins. So now I'm going to select both of these bins. I'm holding the Shift key down again, and I'm going to drag them both onto the new bin button. And I'm going to call that new bin Media. And now if I double-click to open this up, you can see it's a bin with 2 bins in it. So it's a bit like folders in Windows or Mac OS. Speaking of folders, if I toggle back over to our media, and I'm going to just browse up to the main media folder, I'm going to rename our media files folder something different. In fact, I'll just put the word different in here. That changes the location of the clips. Of course, I've renamed the folder containing them. So if I go back to Premiere Pro, right away, all of the clips get these question marks, they go offline, and you probably just saw there, Premiere Pro found the media again and relinked to it. If I double-click on one of these, up it comes. I'm just going to close some of these bins because they're getting in the way in my interface. And there it is. I'm just going to go back and I'll undo. I'm pressing Ctrl-Z here on Windows. That'll be Command-Z on Mac OS. Go back into Premiere Pro, and there, it just flashed up and found the media again. It's possible Premiere Pro will ask you where one of the clips are if you've really moved them to a different location on your computer. If that happens, you can just browse to the first clip that's missing, and Premiere Pro will find the rest. Notice as well, if I right-click on one of these clips, I can choose Reveal in Explorer. This is Reveal in Finder in Mac OS, and there's the clip highlighted. If I go back into Premiere Pro and just click on the name of this clip, I'm just clicking and then clicking again. Let's say I call this Trees. I'm clicking away to apply the name. I'm going to toggle back to the media, and you'll see that the file name hasn't changed. Remember, the clips inside of Premiere Pro really are just links to the media files. They are not the media files themselves. So renaming the shortcut doesn't change the media file. So that's an overview of importing media into your project, ready to edit in Adobe Premiere Pro.